Though it's only been 60 years since we have achieved our independence, Malaysia has come a long way from our days of colonization by foreign intruders. We may be a small country, but the size of our strength has proven otherwise. After all, size doesn't really matter now, does it? The strength of our people comes from the very foundations and roots of our land, the people. Despite our diverse backgrounds, we have achieved and overcome many obstacles and will continue to do so in the many years to come. And for that, we have our heroes, both dead and alive, to thank for their selfless sacrifices in the name of our country's greatness.
We all have our fair share of heroes that we admire, whether it's Hang Tuah, Lieutenant Adnan, or in recent times Lee Chong Wei, Nicole and David, and Yasmin Ahmad. But what about the unsung heroes whose achievements disappear in the waves of time? More specifically, what about the lone hero from the times of Kesultanan Melayu Melaka? This hero wasn't some rebellious warrior or longing princess, but was just actually a translator and a sailor of humble origins.
So, do you actually know Awang Hitam?
No, I don't really.
I can't really say.
Actually, yes. Yeah, quite a bit.
Have you heard of it? I heard about Awang Hitam as soon as I enrolled in Malaysian Narration class. And
Oh yeah, we've heard of it.
so,
You were
I'd like to know. I'd like to know about his stories.
You'd
That
like
would be
to
great.
know?
He's the one who also known as Henry the Black, right? From what I know, when he was younger, he was also called Henry of Malacca because he was Malacca. He was,
I knew that he sailed like around the world and he was under Malaysia, if I'm not mistaken. No. But I've heard that he is known as Enrique the Black.
Alright, this is my favorite part. I think what I love about him the most is that he was the first man to travel across the sea. Yeah.
He claimed to be the first one that circumnavigated the world.
If I'm not mistaken, he invented like an device used to count the stars, which he used to find his way through the ocean to circulate.
You know many language, and then Regular make him as to guide him.
Sadly, no.
Sadly, no. I think it's not common in our society. Yeah, I don't think it's something we do.
It's not popular.
Dr. Zhu, can you tell us why is he named Awang Hitam?
Actually, Awang Hitam, the name Awang Hitam was given by Nobel writer Harun Abdul Rashid. So actually, we doesn't know Awang Hitam true name, but actually the Awang Hitam record by the Portuguese, is given by the name of Enrique the Black, because maybe his skin was black.
Okay, so Doctor, can you share with us what has he done so significantly that makes him resistant to you?
Okay, Panglima Awang Hitam ni kalau mengikutkan rekod sejarah, dia merupakan orang Melayu pertama yang berjaya di dunia. Itu adalah sumbangan terbesar dalam sejarah pelayaran di dunia lah.
The year was 1511, and the Sultan Malaccan Kingdom was on the brink of falling into the hands of the Portuguese Empire, also known as the Alfonso the Barbecue, and his group of Portuguese, also known as the fake white people of Europe, but that doesn't matter. Among the squadron of soldiers who took in the final assault and capture of Malacca was the famous Portuguese explorer named Ferdinand Magellan. He was a skillful sailor and naval officer, and he was on a mission to be the first man to circumnavigate the globe. But he had one problem.
How am I, Ferdinand Magellan, the best explorer in the world, to be able to navigate the world alone? I can't do this alone.
Little did Magellan know that there was actually a young man in Malacca who wasn't only a renowned fighter, but was a skillful seaman due to his many years of experience in sea trade. And here is our hero, Awang, still a young man in his early 20s. Yet what he lacked in age, he made up for it greatly in his wisdom of the sea and languages. However, in the battle against the Portuguese assault of the city, Awang was one of the many soldiers who fought against the invasion. Sadly, when the city fell, Awang was captured and became a prisoner of war. It was due to this war that brought our two explorers together, consequently binding their shared fate. When Ferdinand Magellan heard of Awang's skillfulness of sea navigations and languages, he immediately knew that Awang was his key to success.
Now you are going to be my slave.
Wait, what?
As they start their expedition, Magellan's bet paid off as Awang proved himself not only as an able servant and trusted assistant, but he was also a useful guide and interpreter as they make sail across the world, sailing as far as the lands of Morocco, all with the help of Awang, of course. Heck, they even become best
Awang,
friends.
you're my new best friend.
That would be sweet if you didn't catch me as your slave, change my religion, and change my name against my will, bro.
Right.
Rumors of Awang's success reached widespread among the continents of Europe, even spreading as far as to the kingdoms of Spain, in which King Charles acknowledged his talent as a seaman. Despite of his successes, Awang still missed home, like a log.
I miss home. I miss being a free man.
Look, I'm sorry for all the hurt I've caused. But here I promise you, I've stated in my will that you, Enrique,
Not my real name, by the way.
anyway, that you, Enrique, will be free from all obligation and be a free man. Oh, and no, this is nothing. But I'm going to give you 10,000 meridian for support.
That would be sweet, bro.
Unless I die early and you fall into the possession of another dude.
That would be soft.
But that will never happen.
Little did they know, their sweet little romance came to an end when Ferdinand Magellan suddenly died of an ambush attack from enemies.
No!
Sad and heartbroken over the death of his master and friend, Awang was left with no choice but to continue Magellan's expedition under the orders of Captain Duarte Barbosa.
Once I complete my mission for Captain Magellan, I will be a free man. I want to go back to my home.
Sorry about that, but I can help overhearing it. I am the new captain of the ship, and you work for me.
Wait, but Magellan said I will be a free man.
No. You work for me. Now, shh. Go work, Enrique.
Oh, my name is Awang.
Despite Awang's status as a free man being cancelled once again by the Portuguese, this did not stop him from making a new mission to be free at all cost.
I will not yield to them. I will find a way to get out of here.
Awang then hatched a plot for his freedom. He went to Humabon and proposed a plan.
Look, man, they took away my birthplace, my birthright as a free man, and my home away from me. So here's the plan. The Portuguese ship will sail in 3 days, but they will send a team to your village to come up with a proposition to be your business partner.
And what is my role in this, Awang?
You will call an attack on them. They don't want to be your business partner. They want to take all of your land.
And what about me?
Me, just let me live. I want to be a free man.
Deal. Attack!
Awang was successful in his plan, but at the came of the cost of betraying the people he once knew in order to achieve freedom. In official Spanish records, Enrique of Malacca was listed as one of the 27 men who died in the attacks, but we never really know if Enrique survived. However, a lone survivor of the Humabon attack did manage to escape, and when he went back to Barbossa's ship, it was said that he accounted everyone died except for the interpreter. Hence, it can be concluded that Awang did survive, but there were no records of his whereabouts after the attack. It was said that Awang found his way back to Malacca, or maybe even returned to Sumatra. If he had ever did make it home, however, he would have been the first man who have sailed around the world rather than Magellan.
Enrique or Awang paid the ultimate price for resistance and freedom. Despite the lack of recognition he receives, how do fellow Malaysians feel after hearing the story?
In my opinion, I think that he's brave enough to save all over the world and to fight for his freedom. Well, to me, people only understand his resistance from one part of the story, and that's why people some of them say he's a traitor and everything, but they should really know the full story before deciding on what he actually is.
True.
But what I know is he's sacrificed a lot for himself.
For the country.
For the country, yeah.
So Awang Bintang is a man of many stories. Many nations claim him as theirs, but for us, we want to believe that he was a spy from Malaccan soldiers.
In my opinion, I think it's a respectable act. Because to me, he really stood up for himself.
Because he convert
Yeah, and also because he went to the king. Humabon. Yeah, Humabon. When actually he is but he went to the opposing.
I think because of one side story, because we don't know what happened to him actually happened to him. Yeah, because we need to know the knowledge first. We need to have the knowledge first.
We don't know what's the reason he did whatever he did to them.
Yeah.
Technically, he's a traitor for betraying his own master. But then when you think about it, he wants his own freedom. And then I don't think it's wrong for him to do that because it's for his honor.
So, in a lot of those stories, you see them in Western view. They're seen as traitors because they killed and they betrayed their colonizers. So, one thing we can tell from history, just like Awang's story and everyone else's, like there's this, you have to fight against oppressors who have taken your home, your identity.
I think that many people call him as a traitor because he served for communist peoples as well as changing his name from Awang to Henry the Black or MBK. Even though his master Magellan died, he still continued to live in the province.
One thing that inspires me the most is that he is a very loyal man, but despite his loyalty, he has his own pride. So when I understood that he had to go against Barbosa, it's not because he wasn't loyal, it was because Barbosa wasn't loyal to him. The loyalty is not reciprocated, so he decided that this is not how he wants to be treated. So that's where I think he has a sense of pride in himself.
Awang's story inspires me that how no matter who he serves, no matter what we do, he survives. Yeah, he has this pragmatism spirit. Yeah, wherever he goes, whatever he does, he finds a way to live and make a live out of it.
All in all, it can be concluded that Awang Hitam played a significant role in the history of resistance. Not only that, he also earned a special place in the hearts of all Malaysians for being true to his country and to himself. His journeys and discoveries are every much a success to us as it was to him. Despite his existence being obscure to most Malaysians, he is one of the bravest and selfless heroes we have.
Dia tak tembak, dia balik sampai sini waktu dia settle tak Melaka semua.
So maknanya dia tak mati lah.
Menghilangkan diri lah.
Dia
menghilangkan diri. Akhirnya dia jumpa dengan kawan dia yang Panglima Hitam tu dengan bekas kekasihnya juga. Akhirnya dia orang kahwin. Sampai balik. Dia tak boleh mana-mana. Kita balik Sumatera, dia tak boleh cikgu. Dia datang ke Melaka. Sampai sekarang pun ada yang keturunan yang mengaku yang keturunan MBK The Black tu di Melaka. Tapi dia tak tahu lah.
So Awang did have a happy ending. Not only did he manage to come back to his native land, but he married the love of his life. After all of the tough battles and scorn he endured, he deserved what every hero deserves, a happy ending. Thank you, Panglima Awang.